Pop quiz. When was the first Thanksgiving? It wasn't the Pilgrims. It wasn't George Washington. It was this week's Parsha. According to Chazal, the first Thanksgiving ever takes place in our Parsha this week, Parshat Vayeitzei. And it happens with Leah. Leah, our ancestor, our matriarch, has had 3 children in a very difficult situation. She's had 3 children with a husband who hates her, who does not love her. He loves her sister, Rachel. And each of the first 3 children, she names them and she reflects this negative, difficult situation she's in. The names of the children reflect her pain and her jealousy and her desire to change the situation, which she cannot. And then the 4th child comes, and it's Yehuda. And she says, Hapam Odet Hashem. This time, I will give thanks to God. This time, I'll just be thankful for new life, for this beautiful baby. I'm just going to be thankful. Hapam Odet Hashem. I'm going to express gratitude this time. Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai says in the Midrash, this was the first time a human being ever gave thanks to God. This moment, when Leah said, Hapam Odet Hashem, when she said, now I'll be thankful, first time a human being ever thanked God. Now this is striking. Really? The first time a person thanked God? What about Abraham and all the success he enjoyed? What about Yitzchak and making it through difficult trials? They never paused and thanked Hashem. What about all the other spiritual ancestors who called out B'Shem Hashem, who prayed to God, who sang to God, right? Is it possible that no one ever thanked God until this week's Parsha, until this moment? For thousands of years of human history? The answer proposed by Rabbi Shai Held, a great modern scholar and teacher of Torah, is as follows. Yes, of course people had thanked God. People had been thankful. People had been grateful, absolutely. But Leah was the first time someone thanked God while things were still pretty bad. The first time someone expressed gratitude while the situation around her was still pretty negative. The gratitude that had been expressed before was gratitude when something negative had been completely overcome. Oh, now everything's good, I can thank Hashem. Leah was the first human being to be stuck in a difficult, painful situation. Remember, her husband still did not love her. She still was jealous of her sister. She was still a hated bride. And yet, she found a way in that situation to express gratitude. And that was the spiritual godless. That was the spiritual greatness of Leah. She was the first person to discover that you could be thankful in a situation still filled with disappointment and pain. That's a very powerful teaching. And I think it's a teaching that is rife with meaning and rife with insight and wisdom for our time today. There's a lot of things around right now that we wish were different. Our situation is still not the situation we wish to be in. I know we all long for the day when things will go back to normal. And I'm sure when that day comes, we will all be so thankful to Hashem. We will sing and dance and it'll be great. But what about right now? What about when things are still disappointing, still not ideal? Can we find the thanksgiving within that? Can we find the gratitude within a situation that's not how we wish it to be? That's the model that Leah lays out for us. And by the way, she was dealing with a lot more difficult things than many of us are dealing with now. And if she was able to find gratitude in that moment, I think we can too. So let's take the Leah challenge on Parshat Vayeitzei, the gratitude challenge of acknowledging that things around us are not the way we wish they were. Many things around us are flawed and broken and disappointing. And yet, let's strive. Hapam Odet Hashem. This time, let's find gratitude in this moment. Thanksgiving was yesterday in the secular calendar, but for a Jew, Thanksgiving is every day. We are the Yehudim. We are those who give thanks. The first word off our lips every morning, Modeh Ani. So let's really focus on gratitude, not just yesterday, but today, tomorrow, every day. And let's find the gratitude even amongst the disappointment. Let's find the way to Odet Hashem, to thank God even when things are not perfect, but to give strength and meaning and kavanah to the things that are. And let's live our life with that attitude of gratitude all around us, every day, every moment, as much as we can. Shabbat Shalom.